What's up guys, my name is Miss Peer Editor and today we're going to go over common mistakes some people make when writing the SAT essay. So the number one mistake is listing rhetorical devices without explaining the effect they have on the reader. So the new SAT essay requires you to read an article and identify rhetorical devices, but some people just tend to list those devices without explaining what they do to the reader. So for example, does the device surprise the reader? Does it outrage the reader? Does it increase trust in the reader because the author now seems more credible after using statistics? Does it entertain the reader? Does it expose a startling truth? All of these effects will strengthen your essay if you describe them. Number two is using a casual diction or tone. So some people tend to write the SAT essay as if they're having a conversation with someone. But while your personality should shine through, you probably shouldn't use colloquial expressions and also keep your contractions to a minimum. Number three is repetition. So a lot of people also drag their essay on for 5 to 6 or 7 paragraphs by repeating themselves, but it's actually preferable if you keep your essay shorter and provide a more detailed explanation in the span of your essay. Remember to emphasize quality and not quantity. Number four is a vague thesis that fails to describe the author's position and also why the author chose to use a specific device. So here's an example of a vague thesis. The author uses an anecdote and rhetorical questions to bolster his argument. So this thesis simply lists the devices that you're focusing on and also doesn't clarify what the author's argument is. Here's a revamped thesis. Using rhetorical questions to pique the reader's curiosity and an anecdote to establish a personal connection to conservation, the author proves that national parks protect rare wildlife. So here we're describing the purpose of the rhetorical questions and the anecdote. And also, we see clearly what the author's argument is, and that is that national parks protect rare wildlife. Number five is incorrect punctuation. A whole section of the SAT is devoted to just grammar, so it's really important that you know how to use punctuation correctly. And that includes the colon, semicolon, and a dash. And actually, if you use any of these three correctly in your SAT essay, that will earn you brownie points. Number six is taking too little time to read the passage. So I suggest that you mark up that passage, circle, underline, write question marks or other symbols, and just annotate in order to find as many devices as possible and determine the effect of those devices. Also, take some time to plan out your essay in a quick outline before writing. I actually craft my thesis first to give me a general guideline as to what to write. Number seven is overusing quotes. So some writers dump a lot of quotes from the passage into their essay, but remember that the graders want to see your writing, not the author's writing. So only sprinkle a few words and phrases from the passage here and there, and remember to integrate or weave those quotes into your sentences. Number eight is the passive voice. So don't say that the author is inclined to write in a certain way. Use active verbs such as persuade, convince, declare, elaborate, describe, contradict, or anything like that, because those verbs show that the author is actively advocating his position. Number nine is projecting your own opinion on the topic. So don't applaud the author or totally disagree with the author. Simply analyze the devices and the effect that they have on the passage. Number 10 is a long or wasteful introduction. So remember to be short and to the point. Explain what the author is trying to prove and how they prove it. Just a few sentences will suffice. Number 11 is choosing rhetorical devices that don't exist. So the first type of rhetorical device is a content-based device, and that refers to what the author says. Those include statistics or other types of evidence, anecdotes, or counterarguments. A style-based device refers to how the author says it. So that includes figurative language, humor, satire, repetition, alliteration, or anything like that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment below with tips or common mistakes that you've found on the SAT essay. Also, comment with any other writing topics you'd like me to cover, or if you'd like to see any more videos on the SAT essay. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.